Testing, 1, 2, testing, testing. I can already tell that this filming is going to be a disaster because I'm very frantic. I have to leave in less than 30 minutes to go to the vet. My dog will probably be coughing throughout. Again, I'm going to the vet, so don't worry about him. I'm hoping he can not cough at least for the duration of this video. Also, I have to hold my mic because I unscrewed it from its base to put it on like a mic arm. Then I changed my filming setup and I lost one of the screws that goes onto the base, so I can't just sit it on the table in front of me. So I guess we're doing it this way. Also, I'm wearing a hat because my roots are out of control. Trust me, the hat is better. Since I haven't been filming videos, I have just been like, who cares? I guess I don't need to keep up with my hair or anything. I've basically just lived like a goblin for the past 6 months. I'm sure some of you can relate. Anyway, now that I have, I think, most of my disclaimers out of the way, YouTubers always feel the need to like apologize for everything. Like, sorry about my background, sorry about my appearance, sorry about the audio. Also, I've completely forgotten how to do everything in regards to filming. My mic settings are all messed up, so I tried to put them back to how they used to be, but who knows? I won't really have time to check how this looks or sounds until much later because I'm going to have to shut off the camera and immediately go to the vet after this. Also, my battery is half charged. Okay, now I think I'm actually done with the disclaimers. So as you may know, I have been gone for a while. I haven't uploaded in who even knows how long. I don't know, 6 months, 7 months, something like that. Well, I've uploaded like crappy dance covers just because I felt like I had to do something because it was a personal goal for me. I didn't even really do those for other people because I knew they weren't that great. I just wanted to prove to myself that I was still capable of doing like holiday dance covers because I had virtually given up on it altogether. Anyway, I haven't uploaded in forever and I've been thinking about coming back for a while, but I knew that if I came back that I would probably end up taking another long break. Like, I would probably upload a few videos or something and then probably disappear again for a long time, which still is probably what's gonna happen, so I don't want to say I'm back. But I've been thinking about it. Just know I'm always thinking like, man, I should be making videos. Or when a new K-pop MV comes out that I think is really cool or something, and I'm like, man, I should have reacted to that. I really liked that. That was so cool. But as you can see from the title, something really amazing has happened. I still can't believe it because this happened last night. The tickets went on sale around 6 p.m. for my time. I live in West Virginia. Yeah, I got gold VIP SOUNDCHECK tickets to the BTS Permission to Dance on Stage concert in Las Vegas. I'm going to the April 8th show. I just can't believe it. My seat is in the second row, dead center at the end of the extended stage. I will be that close to the stage. I don't think I'll even fully understand how close that is until I'm actually standing there in the stadium. I keep checking my ticket because I'm like, maybe I just misread it because I was so frantic. This all happened so quickly that maybe I just am seeing things. But no, there's literally one person between me and the stage. Thank you so much. Whoever I'm thinking, I don't know who, the universe. I'm not really religious, but I feel like I won the lottery because not many people get to experience this. So I am super grateful. Oh my God, I really wish that my battery wasn't gonna die. I know I'm gonna have to like interrupt everything I'm doing to change the battery, but I'm just gonna talk until it dies and we'll see how far I can get. Anyway, not many people get to experience this for any group or artist or anything to be that close because there's such a small number of tickets that are that close to the stage. I wanted to experience this at least once in my life. That's what I always told my mom. I'm like, just once. I have to see what it's like to be that close. I'm going to talk a little bit about the ticket buying process and that whole experience. So I went into this basically just assuming I was going to walk away empty-handed because to me, if I didn't get extremely good tickets, well, an extremely good ticket because I couldn't afford more than one. Basically, if I couldn't get an extremely good ticket, I figured it would be a waste to pay for the flight and the hotel because I would have been paying like $1,000 for everything else and only like $60-$70 for the ticket, which seemed ridiculous to me, to like have such a small portion of the cost be the actual concert and everything else would just be the whole logistics of getting to Las Vegas and stuff. So I'm like, I'm just gonna try. And I told myself and my mom, the only way I'm gonna buy a ticket is if it's like the most amazing seat ever, like barricade right there smack dab in the center, the B3 section. Everybody always wants that. It's usually like one of the first sections to go. So I basically had no intentions of buying tickets. I remember when I got the emails about the shows in Las Vegas, I didn't have my heart set on going, but I knew that the only way you would even have a possible chance was to have an Army membership. So I was like, am I really gonna pay $22 for the membership just to look at tickets and not get any? And I was really like hesitant about it. And then I logged into YouTube just randomly, procrastinating before I had bought the Army membership. And the first thing I saw was a video by Kelly Stamps, and on the thumbnail it said book that trip. And I was like, oh my gosh, is this a sign? So I went ahead and paid the $22 for the Army membership, and I was already kind of like telling myself, Heather, you shouldn't be spending money on things like this. You're not even gonna get tickets. But I did it because, I don't know, something in me, I was like, I gotta at least try and see what things are like how fast they sell out, if I would have even had a chance anyway. So I bought the membership, registered for the pre-sale, the Army membership pre-sale, and I got the invite and the code, and then I'm like, okay, I'll just be chill about it. I went to my grandma's house because she has better internet, and I wanted the best chance possible. I wanted everything possible to be in my favor, everything that I could control. So I went to my grandma's house and I was just chilling. I was watching Hunter x Hunter on Netflix, and then time started getting closer and I still wasn't feeling very stressed about it because, like I said, I felt like there was a 97% chance that I was just walking away empty-handed. So when you already expect to not get anything, you're not very stressed about it. You're like, whatever, it is what it is. 5:30 my time. I don't know what time it is in your time zone, so I'm just speaking for me on the East Coast. So 5:30, I joined the waiting room, and it was the same trick as last time with the other Permission to Dance LA, where you do have to refresh, when it's 5:30. People were so confused about that last time, and it screwed a lot of people over because you used to not have to refresh. You would just sit there and it would automatically put you in the waiting room. So I was a little bit late on that, but I did remember and refresh the page, sat in the waiting room, and then 6 o'clock rolls around and it's the sale time. The tickets are officially on sale and you get put in the queue. And right away, I knew that this was different than any other time I had tried to buy tickets, because as soon as I got put in the queue, and I had 4 tabs open, by the way, you could have 1 tab open for each show, which would have been useful information to know when I tried to buy tickets in the past. I thought you could only have 1 tab open with Ticketmaster, 1 show, 1 device, but I'm so out of breath, I'm sorry, that's another thing. I'm trying to rush and say everything I need to say. It would have helped if I would have at least done an outline, but I'm just rambling. Anyway, I never knew that you could do that, but you can have 4 tabs open, 1 for each show. The thing that you cannot do is have multiple tabs open for the same show or have your account signed in on multiple devices. So I had 1 tab open for each show, and literally every one of them, as soon as I got into the queue, there were 200 people or less in front of me, and that's never happened to me before. Every other time I've bought BTS tickets, it always says 2,000 plus people in front of you, usually for a very long time. I've just never gotten lucky. Take a breath, Heather. I've just never been lucky with that. Usually I'll sit there for 15, 20, 30 minutes with it saying 2,000 plus people in front of you. This time was different. As soon as I got put into the queue, it said 170 people in front of you, and I was like, oh my god. And I messaged my mom, and it was so out of character for me because I'm a grammar person. I'm a person who actually cares about grammar, so I always type in full sentences and punctuation and capitalization and all that, but I was going fast, never happened before, and then I started freaking out because I was like, uh-oh, I might actually have to make a decision and spend this money. I might not be walking away empty-handed, and it went really quick. From 6 o'clock, the moment I got put in the queue, within a minute, at least less than 2, but it feels like it was a minute, because the bar was just going down so fast. It was like 170 people in front of you, 150, 79, 49. It was going so fast. I didn't film it because, like I said, I thought I wasn't getting tickets. I kind of tried to film a little bit, but once this started happening, that went out the window completely. I was not even doing a good job filming before, but once it started going that fast, I just didn't even worry about filming. So by 6:02, I'm sitting there looking at the map to buy tickets, and I was like, oh my god, and they were all available. Actually, I'm not sure if people actually got in there that fast, like within the first 2 minutes before I got in, because I got in 2 minutes or under 2 minutes. But the whole perimeter of the stage, like the seats in the front row, were all gray. So I don't know if those were never available or people actually bought them that fast, but pretty much everything else was available, and I've never seen that when I go to buy BTS tickets, where like all the sections around the stage were full of blue dots. That's never happened before. So I'm like zooming in, and the website is so laggy, and it keeps on like zooming in too much, and then it took forever to like zoom back out, and I was like, oh my god, I'm messing everything up, I'm effing this up, I'm not gonna get tickets. I was this close, and I actually had a chance this time. And then finally, when the website stopped being laggy and like zooming in and out too much and too little, it stopped, and I saw one blue dot. All the dots were suddenly gone in that section right around the stage, and there was one blue dot by itself, and I just clicked it. I knew it would be easier to get one that's alone like that, because everything else around it was gone. It was like alone on an island. So I just clicked that one, and then I couldn't believe it that I actually, because usually you'll click and it says, oh sorry, another fan beat you to it. But it didn't say that to me. It was asking me for my payment info. I gotta take a breath. I'm sorry, this whole entire video is gonna be out of breath, I'm positive. This is how I was during the actual ticket buying process. Actually worse, which I'll talk about later. But it asked for my payment info, and I had stored cards, you know, from the past times I've bought tickets on Ticketmaster. And I accidentally used the wrong card. Because I just couldn't think straight. Everything was happening so fast. And then I was like, oh my god, why? Why is it not accepting it? What's the error? Because I had put in the CV, whatever the code on the back, is that called CVC? I had put in the wrong code because I meant to use a different card. And I put the wrong 3 digits in. And I was like, why is it rejecting it? And then I saw my mistake, and I was like, oh, and I switched to the correct card, which was my mom's card. I had given her money to put into her account so I could use her card, because my bank has given me trouble in the past where they'll block transactions or whatever. So I switched to the right card, my mom's card, and then it still wouldn't let me do it. The actual bank had blocked the transaction, just like with mine, but hers wasn't like mine where it was just completely, you're shut down. It said, we just got to make sure that you're actually the one trying to make this purchase. So it sent a code to my mom's email, and I was flipping out because, you know, you have a timer on you this whole time, and it's so stressful. So I was shaking so bad, and I was like hyperventilating, and I called her, and it was ringing forever, and I'm like, oh my god, she is not gonna answer. She's not gonna answer, and the timer's gonna run out. Oh my god, please answer. Please answer. She answered, and then I was like hardly able to speak. I was like, I can't, check your email, I need the code. And then she did it, and then she gave me the code, and I was like typing it in and trying not to mess up, and I did it. I got the code in there, and then it said, you got them. You're going to see BTS in Las Vegas, or whatever it says. I don't know. It was all a blur, honestly. I still keep checking my ticket, like repeatedly, going back. And I'm like, I really got that good of a seat? So anyway, then I had to suddenly book a hotel, and the hotels were like selling out too. I always use Expedia because I like to build up my points on there. It works for me. I'm sure someone out there is going to tell me that you shouldn't use Expedia. I don't know. But I always book everything on Expedia. Plus, I'm already signed in and whatnot. So I go to hurry up and find a hotel. Literally, the moment I had the tickets purchased, I went to buy a hotel, and it was saying on all the hotels, it was like, only one left, hurry, hurry. And it was saying sold out on other ones. And this always happens when there's a BTS concert, all the hotels will get booked really fast, especially like close to the stadium. And the prices were way higher than when I had looked, because I was like sort of looking a little bit a week before, just considering possibly booking something that I could cancel if I didn't get tickets, but I didn't end up booking anything ahead of time. And back then everything was like $200, $300 per night. And then everything raised and it was like $300, $400, $700 a night. And I can't afford that. I really honestly shouldn't have bought this ticket because I'm poor and I should probably spend my money more wisely, but I can't pass up this kind of chance. It's like a once in a lifetime thing, a once in a lifetime experience. So screw everyone who says that, like, oh, if you're poor, why are you spending money to go to a BTS concert? Because I need some kind of happiness in my life, okay? I need something to look forward to, some kind of memories, because right now there's really nothing memorable going on in my life. Anyway, so magically there was a hotel there that was like $184 a night, and it was 0.7 miles from the stadium, and I was like, what? Everything else is like way more expensive or 2 miles away from the stadium. So I clicked that and I just booked it. Oh my god. I told you that this filming was going to be a disaster. My card got full, my battery died, my dog is now coughing. I need to just chill also. I wish that I had given myself more time to film this so that I wouldn't be like talking so fast and out of breath. I feel like the whole vibe of this video is hectic and stressed out and frantic, but that's how the experience was, okay? That's what it's like to buy BTS tickets. And even me going in there totally accepting I wasn't going to get any tickets, it still ended up being that way for me. So I don't know where exactly this cut off. I think it cut off when I said I booked the hotel. So they didn't have any rooms with double beds, so I told my mom, you and I are just gonna have to share a bed, we'll get over it, even though it'll be awkward. My mom and I have a pretty close relationship, but we're not close in that kind of way. Like, we're not a touchy-feely family. We don't hug. We don't say, I love you. Like, it feels awkward to say I love you to my mom or hug my mom. And if your family's like that, it's okay. It doesn't mean that you guys don't love each other. Just some families are like that. You know, it's not wrong. I'm probably gonna also regret this hat situation as well. By the way, I'm trying to come back to YouTube, okay? This is so exciting for me, and I was just in a hurry to get this video out, and I barely had any time today, so I would like to have done better with this video, but this is what we're getting, I guess, unless it's just so bad that I literally want to refilm it, which kind of will suck, because ask any YouTuber and refilming a video is like one of the most enraging things that you can ever imagine, because then you have to re-say everything and remember it all, and you can't remember if you forgot something because you've already said it before, so you're like, no, I already said that, but then you realize, oh, I said that when I filmed it the first time, not this time. Anyway, so I got the hotel, and then I just sat there and felt sick. Honestly, it was such an adrenaline rush. It was so hectic and stressful that I literally got physically ill afterwards. And I've always been like this in my life. Anytime anything crazy happens where I get an adrenaline rush, I'll get really sick, like get a headache, a migraine, whatever, and nausea, and just not feel well. I don't know how to explain it. I'm sure there are people out there who can relate. Like, I used to be in a toxic relationship, and my ex and I would have crazy fights, and I would always get like really sick. So after all of that was over, after I had gotten the ticket and booked the hotel, I was just like, did that really happen? Because it was so fast. I'm like, I'm really going to Las Vegas. I'm really gonna be right by the stage. I already booked a hotel. And my fingertips felt like, if you've ever felt one of those like prank pins, the electric shock pins or whatever, where you're like, hey, blah, 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 take this pin, and they press it and it shocks them. All of my fingertips felt like that, like electricity coursing through them. The nausea was not too bad until later, but it was already starting to come on. My head was hurting. I felt so exhausted. And I also didn't eat enough that day either, because I wasn't at home. I'm vegan, so my grandma didn't really have food that I could eat there, And also I'm like trying to stick to a diet, especially now. You better believe I have way more motivation to work out and stick to my diet because BTS are gonna be seeing me. I'm not saying I'm special and they're gonna see me specifically, but when you're that close, there's no way. So just knowing there's a 100% chance that they are going to see me and make eye contact with me at the concert is kind of making me very nervous. But yeah, I want to look my best, and it's only like a month away, so there's only so much you can do. But I would like to lose some of the COVID weight that I've gained, you know, before my husband sees me, my future husband. I'm just kidding, okay? I know I sound like a delulu, which sometimes it can be fun to be a little delusional as long as you don't actually like think that you're going to marry them and start like stalking them and stuff. It's fun for me to call him my husband and stuff. I'm not being serious. I'm talking about Jungkook, by the way. Anyone who's been on my channel a while knows that that's my man's, and my man's is finally gonna see me and fall in love with me, and we're gonna get married. He's gonna pass me a little note from the stage and be like, hey girl, what's your number? I just know it's gonna happen. He's gonna take my phone. And by the way, I have a phone now. For people who have followed my channel, my mom sort of forced me to get a phone, and when she gave it to me, my reaction was not good. I was like, what is this? I don't need a phone. I don't need to be like everyone else in society. But I guess now I'm happy I have a phone because I can film the concert, which that's another thing I'm nervous about. It's really hard to find a balance between filming stuff and also just being in the moment and watching it with your own eyes. There's my dog coughing, if you can hear that. I'm sorry. The gain on the mic is turned down really low, so hopefully even if you can hear him, it's not too distracting. Plus I'll probably put music in the background of this. I need to start learning to use copyright-free music, by the way, because eventually I would like to make some money from my channel if that was possible. And there goes my alarm that I should shut up because I have to go to the vet, and my dog's coughing and things are so stressful. So I should shut up and wrap this up. I was just kidding about all the Jungkook stuff. I don't think I'm gonna be YN in a fanfic or anything like that. I think nothing is gonna come of it. He might make eye contact with me or wave at me or something, and that'll be the extent of it. Just in case, I have to clarify that for anyone who thinks I actually believe Jungkook is going to single me out and like put his number in my phone or something. That was where I was going with that story, by the way. I was saying he'll take my phone from me and like put his number in or something, or write me a little note, or be like, hey girl, what's your number? And I'll be like, I already have it on a piece of paper for you because I knew you were gonna ask. I'm just making it worse for myself. Honestly, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. It's gonna be fun. So yeah, I hope to start making videos again soon. I want to make reactions, but I always feel weird about making reactions. Like, what am I really contributing to the world by making these? Honestly, I have such a moral dilemma about it, but for some reason, I don't look down on other people who make reactions, but when I do it myself, I'm like, these literally have no substance, and you're not doing anything worthwhile. But, you know, if you guys want me to start making reactions again, any positive comments would motivate me and make me more likely to do it. I want to get back to making videos for my Patreon because that's the number one thing I feel guilty about. Even though I barely had any patrons, one is my mom, I still feel extremely guilty because I never intend to disappear like this. Your girl struggles, okay? I struggle a lot, especially in the winter. I have extreme seasonal depression. I feel like the world looks completely different to me in the wintertime than in like summertime. I feel like a whole different person. Life feels different. So yeah, I hope to get back to it soon, but I'm not making any promises because I never want to make promises again. That would just be foolish at this point because I know me. I think if you've been around a while, you know how I am as well. So I just wanted to share this news that I got freaking gold VIP SOUNDCHECK tickets to see BTS in Las Vegas on April 8th, and I'm literally in the second row at the center of the extended stage. I'll put a picture sometime in the video of where my seat is, and I still can't believe it. I won't believe it until I'm there. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it wasn't too out of breath and like hectic and all over the place, but I'm pretty sure it was. But I'm just so excited. And I guess I will see you guys in my next video, whenever that is. If you want, you can like and subscribe to see my videos whenever I come back. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye!